So yeah, boy room the National Democratic Congress near the akɔtoa so Northern Region Savannah. Na che say nsem bia ba beto adwane na over 10,000 youths ene emu mpinifo ene emu nkokra say tinisisi and they are rejecting the National Democratic Congress to the new patriotic party. Fi say omo nyina no obahu say bi papa bia entimi emfiri NDC mu enye den emfa emba no mo de omani atofo ma hu say MPP ekuo bia odwane a womboka
ena ekoso yini se wo election year ama oman ayehie pa a parties no de bia wo kacho sa parties no bebre e wo man nso MPP eni NDC ene jese eti omundin de bia dan nsafofra e betodwa efa omo ebisenfo nsem bi ekoso ni na afa eye nyina papa rechi Jakpa a oyenisni na ono ene jese wo de nsem bi etudwa abra okopi mo jâil TV na ensema rechi Jakpa edi tudwa na ebusianfo eseweni ensese yakachro efa NDC party ne ho no sisiano debia no mekase ensam no ebi omna setini se ya yehu semi yebeka obeti ase eno ase besuweni dim no aka ho ni nya yakwaje ensam no ntwirimu ni yewia asansa ba ebeti ho enkomo Debia dane insanfofra ebe talking to TV. Nti Kintu TV nya asem se yen se eti ana lebro eti abo ase ye hwehwe me hu asem we no kwen ansa na ye lebro no so nya bi eti no hu ne yakoso ewo omaga na ani wiase
allegation in court. I never mention his name. It is rather the Attorney General and his media surrogates that brought his name up. And then because you see they were preempting.
But did he know that you had recorded the Attorney General?
Yeah, I told him.
In fact, before the recording was made public?
Before the recording was made public, they had already, when I made the first, I gave the first teaser in court, the Attorney General got in touch with him and complained to him that I had recorded him in his house because he knew we'd be meeting there. So the justice called me, my cousin called me that, the Attorney General complained that we've recorded him in my house. And I said, no. All this time, I had not yet released
the recording.
The recording had already been released. So the Attorney General was preempting. And because he's been meeting me there for all this while, he thought that was where the recording was done. And then he knew he was calling me on WhatsApp. And for him, recording couldn't be done on WhatsApp because it's encrypted. But it's just because he doesn't understand technology and it's not in my field. So he thought it must be in Justice Kulendi's house and nowhere else because he never called me direct phone except through WhatsApp. And that place, it couldn't be recorded, that to him. So he confronted Justice Kulendi, who also called me. I went to the house and I told him the truth. Because Justice Kulendi, we are cousins. I can't go and lie to him. He's my blood. I must tell him the truth, 100%. He can be angry with me, we'll have our problem, but we are blood, we continue moving together. So I told him the truth that, look, I never did this in your house, and I can never do that in your house. And he said, did you record him? I said, yes, I recorded him. And I recorded him on my way to my lawyer. So that recording is with me. And there are other recordings not in your house. Not in your house at all.
And these are the ones you said that because of national security, you will not make it up.
Yeah, there are other communications and other things. I'm not going to, it's out. No. So I told him the truth. And he said, okay. So I said to tell them that no recording was done in your house. You are not involved in anything. You have been kind to him. And he's been using your house to pursue his agenda.
So this hasn't affected relationship at all?
It cannot.
You made the recording available to the NDC. Why? Are you a member of the NDC?
Well, I'm a sympathizer of the NDC, and I've been an operative for the NDC for years.
So you're a member of the NDC?
I'm a member.
A card-bearing member?
Not a card-bearing member. As I told you,
in 2008, you played an active role in the affairs of the NDC.
Yes, of
You were
course.
a member of the team that was in the EC strong room when the late Mills was bidding to become president.
Yes,
that should make you a very key member of the NDC.
Yes, as I told you, it's because of this case that I'm on the limelight. I operate behind the scene. I'm a covert operative. I will have people who are on air, who are card-bearing members. They do their political things. I don't do politics. I'm an operative, I'm an intelligence guy. I operate behind the scene. That is my job. I don't like the limelight. But this case has now brought me out. So,
but
yes,
you that you are a member of the NDC.
I'm a sympathizer
and that
of the...
explains why you decided to give...
I'm a sympathizer of the NDC. That's how I would describe myself. And the strong room you are talking about, yes, indeed, yes. Roger Metilninu and myself were represented at Amels in the strong room in 2008.
Few months after being discharged from the Ghana military.
No, I was discharged in 2007.
2007.
Election was
in 2008.
2008 December, about 1.5 years. So that is completely different.
But 1.5 years to be trusted with the responsibility of managing the results of the presidential elections, that obviously means that your relationship with the NDC back then was so tight that they could trust you with that responsibility.
It's because NDC has its appendage from the PNDC. And my father was very instrumental in PNDC. In fact, he was one of those who they went and released Rawlings from jail. And from there, he became the Armed Forces Secretary for the Committee for the Defense of the Revolution. They defended the AFC. They defended the revolution until the 92, we moved into democracy. And they continued until 2000. So he was an integral part of the survival of the revolution. You understand? And into NDC. So it's a family issue.
It runs through the blood.
It runs through the blood. So you cannot jettison Jakpa from NDC. It's just not possible.
Yet you've taken on people like the late ßreak and, of course, the former finance minister, Tepe. You've described them as evils. Why?
Because they were not thinking about the general interest of Ghanaians because we didn't have ambulance. And Ghanaians needed ambulance. And they were thinking about their personal interest.
Explain further.
Further because ßreak, for instance, said, I should tell my principal to come and meet her halfway. And I said, what do you mean by halfway? And she said, oh, you're a businessman. You should know when someone tells you to meet him halfway, you should understand. So go and tell them.
Did she explain the meaning of halfway?
That's what she said.
Just now you pay bribes?
She said, no, she didn't tell me bribes. All that she said was that, tell your principals to come and meet me halfway. If they want
what understanding did you get from that?
If they want this ambulance project to go through. And I told her that, I used to call her Ma. And I said, Ma, you are Minister of Environment. By the time you came, this contract had already been signed and was already moving on. Yours is just to send the team to go and inspect in fulfillment of the pre-shipment inspection clause. And governance is continuum. So you must send them. He said, Jakpa, I am not interested. Tell your principal that they should come down and come and meet me halfway. They should come and renegotiate and meet me halfway. And I said, what do you mean by halfway? He said, you're a businessman. You should understand when someone tells you meet him halfway.
She expected you to understand
halfway. That coded language.
No, but as an intelligence officer, that should come very naturally to you.
Pardon?
That you'll be able to, decode the meaning of halfway and then,
Well, and so long as I was concerned, there was no half